Hello, greetings from Australia. I'm Dr. Joji Abraham. Today, on 8th of April 2020, I would like to give a research-based valuable information to save your life if SARS coronavirus 2 infects you. We all people around the globe, all countries, whether it is developed, developing or undeveloped, with all their money, all their effort, all their resources, all their science and technology, fighting against a tiny little thing called SARS coronavirus 2. As of today, most of the people all across the globe are in lockdown. The world economy is in a crisis. We are fighting to get our life back. As of today, more than 1.45 million people were infected with SARS coronavirus 2. All across the globe, more than 82,000 people lost their lives. The confirmed case in the US increased to 400,000, with more than 12,000 people lost their life. In Spain, the confirmed case exceed 136,000, with a death of 14,000. Italy, 17,000 people died, with a confirmed case of 135,000, followed by Germany, France, Iran, UK, Turkey. Here in Australia, the confirmed case is closing to 6,000, and more than 40 people died. Until today, we don't have vaccines and no medicines for the COVID-19 disease. Many companies doing clinical trials for vaccines and medicines. Vaccines usually take years to develop. Even if you avoid long-term clinical trials, it may take more than 6 months to get the vaccine. The case of medicine is also not very close. So the people are dying each and every day. Why we don't have vaccines and medicines, even if we had two warnings, one in 22 and other one in 2012. In 22, in China, the SARS coronavirus 1 infected thousands of people and took the life of around 846 people. The mortality rate was very high. It was 9.6%. That means if 100 people infected with this virus, 10 people should die with this virus. And the case of MERS, it's emerged in 2012. It was also another coronavirus. It emerged in Saudi Arabia in 2012. But the spreading rate was very less, but the mortality rate was very high. It was 30%, in between 30 and 35%. But still, even if we had these two warnings, we did not prepare vaccines. Means this is a mistake from our side. I mean, our in the sense all the countries, mistake of all the countries. We can see what are the symptoms of COVID-19. It starts generally with throat irritation, throat pain, cough, myalgia. Myalgia is nothing but muscle pain, fever, chills, and shortness of breath. This is what we called ARDS. A virus cannot reproduce outside a human or animal cell. So when the virus enters our body, it intrudes our cell and hijack our DNA and asks our DNA to reproduce the RNA of the virus. Our DNA does not have any option, so it reproduces RNAs or virions. When it becomes hundreds or even thousands of numbers, all these virus particles destroy the cells and go out of the cell. And all these particles, each one attack another cells, and this process will go like a chain reaction. I am going to link the existing results into the current pandemic. There are several research papers published which highlight the significant relation between vitamin D in our body and ARDS. Dancer et al. In 2015 published their studies in the journal Thorax, and a paper entitled Vitamin D Deficiency Contribute Directly to the Acute Respiratory Distress Syndrome. The title itself showing the conclusion. They considered the common deficiency in people who developed ARDS is vitamin D. The Hux and Norton in 2009 also reported that vitamin D boosts the defense system and inhibit the inflammatory response. If the vitamin D can boost the immune system and inhibit the inflammatory response, we can prevent the ARDS. And another study by Artie Martin et al. Published in the British Medical Journal in 2017 entitled Vitamin D Supplementation to Prevent Acute Respiratory Tract Infection, a systematic review and meta-analysis. Artie Martin and their group analyzed the data of several other studies and found that vitamin D can provide around 12% or 12% of protection from ARDS in total. That means in a normal community. But when they are studied the data as separate subgroups or a separate cohort, one cohort study was about the group of people who have vitamin deficiency. When they gave enough supplement boost their vitamin D level, they found that vitamin D can provide up to 70% protection from ARDS. So if you can increase your vitamin D concentration in your body, you can avoid ARDS. How we can boost our vitamin D levels in our body? There are three ways. One is take the supplement. Second is consume vitamin D containing foods like egg, vitamin D containing fish such as oily fish include tuna, mackerel and sardines. Plus there are some dairy products fortified with vitamin D. And third is the best and cheapest option, get enough sunlight. From the sunlight, the ultraviolet B radiation create vitamin D on our skin. So our skin should be directly exposed to the solar radiations. How long we have to expose our body to the solar radiation to get enough sunlight? This is actually depends on our skin color. If our skin color is white, you need only 25 or 30 minutes per day. But if the skin color is brown, you have to go up to 40 or 45 minutes. And if the skin color is dark, you have to go up to 1 hour per day. This is not a one-day procedure. You have to do it every day to improve or increase your vitamin D levels in your body. Open your eyes and look around the world. Where the COVID-19 is spreading, it's in European countries and the United States. Come to the Asian countries, it's spreading, but the rate of spreading is less compared to the European and USA. European countries and USA. European countries and USA is coming after winter. So more than 60% of the people there should not have enough vitamin D in their blood. But come to Asian countries. Asian countries, almost all the days they are getting enough sunlight from the morning to evening, so they should normally have vitamin D in their cell. Not all people, but most of the people should have enough vitamin D in their body, and they should have a good immunity. That is the main reason it is not spreading like in the European countries and in the USA. And come to the African countries, if the rate of spreading is even less. When you are going for the solar exposure, avoid the noon time if you are in the Asian or African countries to avoid the cause of sunburn and sunstroke. Share this video maximum and save the lives of millions. You are free to translate into other languages.